What's up guys, it's Creepy, and today I'm going to show you some gameplay for Terraria, and basically show you some newbie tips on the game, and show you what's going on. So first things first, I would go into the settings. This is a thing for me. In the controls, this jump button is usually on the space instead of on W, but apparently you can double bind things in this game. I changed it to W, so everything was WASD. I thought that was a little bit nicer. However, you do it how you so choose. That was just a little tip that I thought was nice, in case you don't like the spacebar. So, when I hit on single player, create your own character, flip around the hair and stuff, make him look all cool. We'll do this guy right here, Afro Man. Pick the color. It's just simple basic stuff to get you going. You know, choose skin, clothes, change those pants, make them bright white. Fantastic. So we got our homie there. He's awesome. Then you want to hit create, enter a name, and we will make it Creepy YouTube. Alright, so we got our Creepy YouTube guy, and you want to click on him, and then if you have a world you can go to your world, but we're going to create world. We'll just do small for the sake of this. Okay, so it's going to render your world, do all sorts of things, put rocks in the dirt, put dirt in the rocks, and then after all that is done, it takes a little bit, saves the world, and then you click on that, it loads it, sets all the frames and stuff, and boom, look at that, here we are. So this is Terraria. It's a 2D game, side-scrolling clearly, and it feels a lot like Minecraft. That's what a lot of people are saying, but I've been playing it for a little bit. I got a couple hours in, and I really see, you know, the personality of this game as on its own. It's a really cool game, and if you're here watching this, you probably have it, just looking for some tips on how to start out, and hopefully you enjoy. So you got this little dude here. He's a guide. If you right-click on him, he'll say greetings, and you can click on help. He'll tell you to use your pickaxe to get dirt and your axe to chop down trees, and then you can go through and he tells you all sorts of cool stuff of how to, you know, do certain things in the world, and it's actually pretty helpful. It started me out when I started playing. So we'll do just like he said. You see this little guy running around here, green slime. We're gonna attack him. Let's do that. You just left click to use your items, and then right click to interact with some people. Oh. Okay, there we go. So, got another little slime to deal with here. And eventually we will get this on the road. Okay, so we'll take our axe and we'll chop down some trees. You want to chop them down right at the base, and that way when it breaks you will get all of the wood from that tree instead of just a little bit from wherever you cut. If you cut halfway up the tree will break halfway up, and they can keep growing. So that way you don't, you know, lose a resource. Ooh, dodge that. In the very beginning, your pickaxe, it does 5 damage, whereas your axe just does 3. So you want to use that to defend yourself early on. So once you have a bit of supplies, you want a bit more than this. I have 29 wood right now. You can start laying down the foundation of a house. And you just left click where you would like things to be, and if you got a situation like this, you actually have to clear out the weeds and stuff, so they don't get in the way of your building. So we'll take our wood that we got from those trees. We'll just put down, well, just a little bit like that. Start the foundation of a little house. Then if you hit escape, you come with this little crafting menu, and oh cool, you can make torches, platforms, workbench, copper coin. You know, it seems fairly familiar for those of you guys that played Minecraft. So let's take a workbench, put that up there, and then we'll place that down in the world. And then now if I hit escape when I'm near this, you'll see that a couple more options open up that I can make some new things. But we need to make some shelter, so let's get our axe here and go cut down some more trees. And it's pretty simple gameplay in the beginning. Later on, it seems, I'm not sure how the difficulty chooses to ramp up. Oh no. Caught in cobwebs. Come on, there we go. Let's take some of these dirt blocks here. Oh, that's all I got. Alright, well let's try to get up there again. There we go. There we go. Take those guys out. Yeah, whatever. Forget that slime. So, got a little bit more wood, and it takes quite a bit to get everything going. You want to build a wall that is 4 pieces high, and then break the bottom 3. And with building everything, you want to remember, just left click, make sure you know what you want is highlighted, and then just left click. And then with this setup here, you want to go into your crafting at the workbench and make some doors. I'm going to scroll over them and then just left click, bam! And you have the foundation of a little house. And we'll just make it a little bit taller. Oops. And you could do silly things like this. Cut through walls. And so, boom, look at that. Nice little house. However, it's like, oh, you know, there's no backing to this house. It looks pretty empty. So, to fix this situation, if you go into your workbench, we can make these stone walls if we have stone blocks, and then we can make wood walls. And it shows you everything that you need off to the right hand side, and how many. So like making a door takes 6 things of wood. But 1 thing of wood will turn into 4 wood walls. Sounds cool. So we'll make a whole bunch of that. Throw that up there, and you see the slime now. Can't get in. So we're well fortified already. But you want to take your wall, and the wall will build on the background. Oops. So this will give it a more, you know, a better look to your creations, and you can actually see the lighting change just a little bit inside. And we don't have enough to finish up, so we'll go out and venture for some more supplies to finish our house. There we go. And chop down these 2 for good measure. Alrighty. Go back here. I'm gonna say I need 20 to finish this. Oops. 24. Oops. Alright, so we'll take our wood walls that we made and completely botch placing them. Boom. Alright. And then last but not least, for the nighttime, gotta make some torches. And there you are. Nice little shelter for you to start out in the world. This is your basics here. This will help you through the night. You see the sun started out over here somewhere. Now it's all the way over to the right hand side of the sky. And you see the little slimes can't get in here. And we're nice and defended. So this will help you out and get through your first night of gameplay. Some little things outside of that though that'll help you out when you're first starting out with the game. You want to make a little bit of a longer house than this. If you speak with your guide, see if you can't get him to say, tells you how to make a torch, sword, hammer. I'll explain that in a second. Let's see here. Here we go. So there are many different ways that you can attract people to move into our town. They will of course need a home to live in. In order for a room to be considered a home, it needs to have a door, a chair, a table, and a light source. Make sure the house has walls as well. So we have our walls, we have our light source, we have a door, and we have slimes coming to attack us. And we are just going to evade those guys. So we need to make a chair and a table. We have all the other things that we need. So I'll take our table, throw that down, bam. Then we'll take our chair and we will put that down. And oh no, our chair is not facing the right way. Definitely not the right way. This actually didn't figure out initially. You want to make this guy, this wood hammer, and the hammer will let you interact with objects that are in the background. So we have our chair that we misplaced. It's facing to the left. Our table is to the right of it. If you try to attack with a sword or axe, just nothing is going to happen because it's in the background. Because we can just walk flush against these things. So with the hammer, you can interact with those items, and pretty much everything but glass, at least that I've interacted with so far, will break and come back to you. So if I break the wooden wall behind me, it'll come back to me as a wooden wall. I won't get, you know, a piece of wood back or something like that. Now when you place items, some items in the game will interact when you place them with the way your character is facing. So now we want to face to the right, then left click, and bam. Alright, so we got our nice little home, and this is now a suitable place to live. Fantastic. So as you go through the game, when it turns to nighttime, the characters like the guide will come to live in homes that you make for them, and you can conjoin them into one big large house. It's all pretty cool. I have a merchant that lives with me. I can sell items to him for coin or buy items. So it's pretty neat. It's a cool little feature in the game. But that is pretty much it for your first night. Eventually, once the moon comes out here, zombies will spawn, and they'll come try to attack you. They pretty much find you no matter where you are. So if you're in your house, you know, hanging out with everyone, trying to stay safe throughout the night, they'll come up to your door or the wall, and they'll start kicking it. I tried counting to see how many kicks, you know, it takes to break down your house, because I've heard mention of houses being able to get broken or destroyed, but they kicked it 150 times, and it took a very long time for them to kick that many times, and the house was still standing. So I'm not really sure how long it takes for some of these guys to you know, to break your home and you know, invasion, and you have to defend yourself, but it didn't quite happen to me in any sort of quick amount of time. So if you want, you know, fiddle around in your house. If instead you make a house where let's do it like this here, a little house with a hole in the floor, so you can go down and do some mining, you know, during the night, and you know, get some new things. You know, feel free to do that. You know, it's up to you. But I didn't see the house breaking anytime soon. But my first night, I was scared that the house was going to break, so I sat here and defended it from zombies. Got a little wooden sword, so I can show you what it was like my first night. Whoops. But the music changes, you know, the sky gets dark, and then you can see, you know, the world is all dark. A couple little just neat flourishes with the game, with the lighting. You see that it'll, you know, stay with you when you take a torch. Oh, there's a zombie there. And then you can hit Q and you can throw things, and you kind of scout out caves and stuff. It's pretty neat. So we'll go grab that. And this lovely noise, that's what you'll have happen. Eyeballs flying around, craziness. But this was happening for a long time, and I never had a problem. You can just open the door real quick, right click and then left click, and take your time and just slash away, and you will be alright. Trust me. So it's not really all too difficult to defend your home, but that is how to build it, and the easy way to defend it. Open the door and slash, and there you have it. So very, very basic. So I'm gonna quit this here. This little thing, I just want to show you, wherever you spawn, that's where you always spawn, and you will spawn there, nowhere else. So I built my house, you know, right where I started, and the floor breaks every time. So when you do build your, you know, your first home, try to relocate just, you know, a little bit. Make the first wall of your house over here, so when you spawn, you're not destroying the floor every single time.